Junior NTR to
Junior
Allu
NTR.
Arjun to Ram Charan to Vijay Talapati. And so, you know, I've always had these challenges thrown at me.
Allu Arjun.
He's always like hungry for, you know, his work, and he's always on it.
Prabhas.
I mean, I have his love for food as much as he loves food. I love food for sure. Shri Ma'am is like iconic and doing one of her songs, but people really liked it, and I was like, thank God. There was this song called Gopi Kamma, which became an instant hit with children. And recently, when Batukama released for the song for in Kisi Ka Bhai,
Yeah.
I saw a lot of these, you know, those, not a meme, but those things that they make, you know, that from Gopi Kamma to Batukama.
Well, when I joined Gulte.com, I thought of her that okay, one day ऐसे हिंदी channels के अलावा भी we'll do interviews for this channel, and today this is the crossover that we all waited for.
Amazing.
Pooja Hegde joins me for a conversation only on Gulte.com.
So it's
Hello.
Gulte. I always
Gulte.
thought it was Gulte or something.
Gulte, everybody says
Yeah,
the same.
yeah.
So I always used to say that they told me it's the ulta of Telugu, so it's gonna be Gulte.
Gulte.
But they told me that it's Gulte.com.
Okay,
I'm
whatever
saying
you
Gulte.
say.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever you say.
Before I begin, I'm gonna surprise you with something. Neenu chala premistunnanu.
Oh, so sweet. Name kuda.
Ela unnaru?
Bavunnanu. Meer ela unnaru?
Baunna.
Very good. Bavunnanu. Yes.
But I have to say that, Pooja, the amount of fandom and stardom that you have in the Telugu film industry, especially, despite not being a Telugu person, you know, despite not hailing from there, it's unfathomable.
Thank you.
When
But I
you
think
see
now
that
I
love-
have become Telugu only. Even in my Hindi film, Kisi Ka Bhai, Kisi Ke Jaan, I'm Telugu only. So, ippudu nenu Telugu ammayi ayipoyanu. I've become, people think I'm their own, like, they'll always say, Mana Botta Bomma. Okay, Butta Bomma is
My
my
Butta.
song. And they say, Mana
Our.
means our Butta Bomma.
Yeah.
So, I think that's so much of respect and love. And I love when, you know, I'm also a very apna kind of
Yeah.
person. So, it's great when they say Mana Botta Bomma.
When I go to Hyderabad, like I told you, that there's a different kind of treatment, there's a different atmosphere almost. Like, and I feel that why don't we have it anywhere else? There's a different kind of respect and love that they give. When you work there, do you feel the same? Do you feel the same energy and the vibes? Because they are so protective.
Of course, I think there is that love, there is that respect. But I think it's there in a lot of places.
Yeah.
Everywhere, wherever you go. And I think it's who you are, then you get that,
Yeah.
you know, that same feedback. If you give, you get back. So
Yeah.
it's everywhere.
When you started your career with a Telugu film called Mukunda, Chiranjeevi sir...
Actually, Okkalela Kosam was my debut.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But
With,
Mukunda was the
Naga
film where
Chaitanya.
Chiranjeevi sir went on stage and said that, you know, Pooja will be one of the biggest stars in the
Yeah.
industry, and today you've reached there. How do you look back at those days?
It was lovely, to be honest with you. It was great working with Varun Tej for that film, even Naga Chaitanya for
Yeah.
Okkalela Kosam. I was much more raw in terms of I was still understanding my work, my job, but I got a lot of love, and especially Mukunda. There was a song called Gopi Kamma, which became an instant hit with children. And recently, when Batukama released for the song for in Kisi Ka Bhai,
Yeah.
I saw a lot of these, you know, those, not a meme, but those things that they make, you know, that from Gopi Kamma to Batukama, and it was so nice to see. And some people like vintage Pooja Hegde because of the Gopi Kamma. I was in the traditional attire to being here in Batukama. It's lovely.
But there was Jigalu Rani
That's in
also.
the middle. We gotta balance it out.
Yeah, and it's so popular. I've been told that it's like something that has stayed on. It was for Rangasthalam.
Correct, Rangasthalam.
And I think that song also has been along with Butta Bomma, of
Butta
course.
Bomma, Samaja, all these are, there was another song called
Siti
Elluvachi
Maar.
Godarama. Oh yeah, Siti Maar. Elluvachi Godarama also was a very, you know, big song. It was actually Sri Devi's
Yeah.
song, which we kind of remade. And people had showered so much love during that time, and it was such a daunting task for
Yeah.
me because Shri Ma'am is like iconic and doing one of her songs, but people really liked it, and I was like, thank God.
Sometimes do you feel like the amount of love that you've got from your South audience especially, and the stardom that you have there, has somehow balanced a little bit of the negativity that you might have received because some of your films didn't work in Hindi? Do you feel that it also, as a human being, that helped balance you as an artist?
Of course, I think because I have my South films. It gave me the power to choose my films in
Yeah.
Hindi. So and it brought visibility to these directors. Of course, Rohit sir has seen my films. Houseful did well,
Yeah.
of course, in Hindi.
Yeah, it did really
And
well.
I think more than anything, I'm still because South films are being watched by a Hindi audience. They recognize me from there also. Like I remember going to Dehradun, and you know these Maggie stalls up in like when you go for a drive up. So I was having Maggie and I looked up and there was a little tiny television, and on the television there was a DJ dub Hindi version playing. The DJ film
Yeah.
was with Allu Arjun.
Yeah.
And
City Mar.
yeah, exactly, CT Mar. And I was just like so excited that this was playing, you know. I was like, wow, so people have seen dubbed films in Hindi, the dubbed Hindi version of my films, even Ala Vaikuntapuram.
Yeah, what a film.
Thank you.
I have laughed and enjoyed that film. It was
Yeah.
one of the first films from this generation of South films that my sister loves watching South
Oh,
films.
yeah, you
I
were telling.
cannot watch with subtitles, but that is the film I watched and I enjoyed, I loved it.
Yeah, so I think somewhere people saw it, they watched it with subtitles, and films are transitioning
Yeah.
so beautifully into other languages that people started to know me as
True.
those characters before anything else. So it's all blending into one.
You know, today we see that the bridge between the industries are getting gapped, you know. The best thing is that we are calling actors not like a Hindi film actor or a Telugu film actor anymore, or a Bengali film actor or a Tamil film actor. It's become one, like not a Malayalam film actor, Punjabi film actor, Gujarati film actor. But today it's become one unit. You have done that for the longest time, you know, when you were balancing both the industries and not just Telugu but Tamil also. How do you see this change, this acceptance?
It's great. I'm really happy that I went with the thought process of that, you know, I just did it. I work attracts work. I went and I did my South films, and somewhere now when South is kind of doing well, I feel like I made the right decisions,
Yeah.
you know, and it kind of is a reaffirmation of my gut feeling that do what your gut is saying and telling you to do.
Yeah.
So it's great.
And you work with possibly all the biggest superstars from that region and still studio ground. Sometimes it can be daunting and difficult, but
Yeah.
you've done that. Did you ever feel those nervous pangs working with any of them?
For sure, I think I've worked with some of the best dancers, like from Hrithik Roshan to
Allu
Junior
Arjun
NTR
and
to
Junior
Allu
NTR.
Arjun to Ram Charan to Vijay Talapati. And so, you know, I've always had these challenges thrown at me, but I'm glad that you think that I've stood my own.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a few names. I just want to know that one thing that you have taken away from working with them, one quality of them that you've imbibed from them. Allu Arjun.
He's always like hungry for, you know, his work, and he's always on it. That's
Yeah.
something that I keep telling him, that how, like, tell me more, you know.
Junior NTR.
That I've imbibed from him is just to use all your energy for every shot. He gives it all in every shot.
Charan sir.
What I want to imbibe from Charan is how he's so sweet.
Yeah, that's true. He's my
yeah,
favorite.
he's so sweet.
He's my
just-
favorite.
Yeah.
Like I can kill for him. Bravo,
Okay.
Prabhas.
I mean, I have his love for food as much as he loves food. I love food for sure, Yeah.
What all did he feed you? Because I think it's a feast when you work with him. apparently.
Everything, like we've had biryani, and his house biryani is like insane. So yeah, all the Hyderabadi and Andhra, the dishes and everything.
Mahesh Babu.
I think a partner like Namrita, I think she's just like killing it. Like she's such a good wife. So a partner like that.
But how are you imbibing that from him?
Actually, no, yeah.
You love that about him, I
Yeah, I
understand.
love that about him, that they are so together,
Yeah,
you know.
that's true.
So that's a good quality.
Yeah.
That's something about him also
Yeah,
that
that's
he
true.
he allows. that.
Okay, Hrithik Roshan.
I want to really imbibe how he feels the beat. You know, I feel that in Tu Hai, the song,
Yeah.
it's very difficult to do such soft moves. I feel
He
for a
makes
man.
it look like
he makes
butter.
it's like there was this one part where he puts his arm out like that and he feels the beat. And I think that some of the best dancing that Hrithik has ever done, because he feels it. He feels the song, and that's when we feel it as an audience.
Salman sir.
Salman sir, his realness. I think that's amazing about him, is that whatever he thinks, he says, and in a world that can be so fake sometimes, at least I know that the man is saying what's on his mind.
Yeah, absolutely, and he says it the way it is.
Yeah.
You are doing a film with Mahesh Babu. How much of that film is complete? Is it complete? When
We've
is it
just started. It releases Sankranti in Jan.
It's also with Trivikram sir.
Yes.
This is
my third film with him. My second film with Mahesh Babu.
Yeah. So how has it been working with him? Like first time versus this time?
With Mahesh Babu? It's different, of course, because the energies are different, because there's a different director, and it's a director that I've worked with now twice. This is my third time, and I've worked with, so there's a different camaraderie on set, and he's more easy on the set, and it's good fun.
I've heard that there's going to be a grand song for this also, which is a dance number with both of you dancing.
I'm sure there will be.
There are more than one?
Yeah, I'm sure, of course. I think we're still figuring out what would be the theme. It's bante kuch aur ban jata. I always feel that. So let's see how the energies and the divine intervention that happens on set that day.
And finally, apart from this,
but I keep putting pressure on Taman, who's the music director, because he gave us such an incredible album in Ala Vaikuntapuramlo that I'm like, bro,
you have to match up.
You have to match up. No pressure, but you have to. And every time he's like, okay.
Finally, what are the other films that are keeping you busy? Like, especially from the regional industries?
I told you I have a couple of announcements. So I've just been listening to a whole lot of scripts, and I'm going to just pick and choose what I think is the best for me right now.
You've always been fine. This will be my last question. I remember last time after Radhesham had released and we had spoken for the Hindi interview that we did, you've always been a very friendly person, secure person in your position, but sometimes today there are things written, and especially when it involves somebody else. Last time when you did that film, there was a talk about you having a fallout with Prabhas, which both of you came and clarified that wasn't. But when these things get written, does it ever bother you? Especially when you're working on the film and this is happening?
Sometimes it does. Like I said, I keep finding out about myself through the media, ki ye hua hai, wo hua hai. But what are you going to do about it? You can't say anything. And the moment you start to clarify also, sometimes it gets more amplified. So sometimes it's better to just keep quiet. I've realized not to talk about it too much unless it just gets unbearable, that I need to say something. But I let it go. Public memory is very short. I was sharing this the other day about what's written in newspaper. Sometimes I get so worried ki ye likha hai, wo likha hai, wo likha hai. And then the other day my house was getting painted, and I go to see how the painting is, and I see my face used to cover the cupboard. You know how they take newspapers and the painter, I'm like, that's me, okay? And on my face there's like paint ka chita and everything, and I'm like, this is what I give so much importance to sometimes, but it's just now been recycled and put to better use. So you can't take something so seriously and just move on. You know who you are, that's what matters, and concentrate on doing good work.
And that's what keeps you going, and I hope that you be this force and voice and face of change, because today there is a change between industries. We are becoming one industry, and you've also been one of the biggest forces behind it. Thank you for doing this for Gulte, and all the best.
థ్యాంక్ యూ. నాకు ఇంత ప్రేమ ఇచ్చినందుకు చాలా థ్యాంక్స్. అండ్ నా ఫిల్మ్ ఇప్పుడు థియేటర్లో వస్తుంది, కిసి కా భాయ్ కిసి కా జాన్. ప్లీజ్ చూడండి. హాయ్, నేను మీ పూజా హెగ్డే and you are watching Gulte.com.
Hi, this is Shreya Saran and you're watching me on Gulte.com. Please watch, share and subscribe.
Hi guys, this is Janvi Kapoor and you're watching me on Gulte.com.
Hi guys, nenu mee Rakul and meer chustunaru Gulte.com.
Hi guys, it's me Rashi Khanna and you're watching me on Gulte.com.
And you're watching us on Gulte. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe. Only love to you.
Hi, this is Sonal Chauhan and you're watching me on Gulte.com. Please like, share and subscribe.
Hey guys, Andariki Namaskaram. This is DSP here, me Devi Sri Prasad, and you're watching me on Gulte.com.